Hey ladies and gentlemen, this is Luminous coming to you guys with an exciting Pro Dota commentary. Today I'm casting CCM versus Tyloo. This is back at the Stars Wars 6 tournament. This is the third place qualifier, as you can see here, there's Stars Wars 6. And this replay is actually about a month old, so this is 6.71B. I do apologize for casting such an old game, but I haven't been able to find a good replay to cast lately in the Ghost Gamer. So you know what, I'm going to go back long time ago. This is actually an RR, so I'm surprised that no one on DC cast it. So you know what, I'm gonna take a crack at it, and here we go. We have Tyloo on Scent and CCM Scourge. I'm not gonna go through the pick and ban, at least pick by pick, because this is a pretty long game, but I will do an overarching summary towards the end of the pick stage. By the way, Tyloo, this time they just lost Super and they just lost Seeking, so they're severely weakened. They do have Crystal, who is 357 here, replacing, and DD, a very old school Chinese player, also replacing for this tournament. And then CCM is, you know, they were slumping a little bit during the Stars Wars 6 tournament, so they weren't as dominant as they are right now. But both these teams are kind of on a weak stage, at least during the Stars Wars 6 tournament, so that in terms of that, the game should be fairly even in terms of skill level and whatnot. But you know, these are top Chinese teams, so we shouldn't really worry about not having a good game in general. And let's look at what we got so far. Invoker, Weaver, AA, Syllabir, and the Morphling being banned. Meanwhile, the Batrider, Venomancers, Lich, Shaker, and the TIE Hunter. A lot of big AoE hero being banned, and we could see why as we see the Broodmother being picked up. Also, one thing I want to point out is that the Venomancer was a popular ban during the Stars Wars 6 phase, but not so much anymore, because some of the other top tier heroes have been taking his place. But one thing I want to point out here is that Visage is being picked up, so that means the Sentinel team is going to be doing trialing. Visage generally not as popular anymore because a lot of teams are picking up more jungling playing styles. They have Chen, they have the Enchantress, and Visage is more or less a trialing dominance. He was hugely dominant in 2010. A lot of professional teams, as eHome, LGD, even a lot of European teams, like every team in the world saw Visage as one of the most dominant hero because of his potential to win any single trialing. And he is going to be making a comeback in this game. That means we're going to see a trialing for sure coming from Tyloo. However, they do have a Sand King. This Sand King picking up so late is meant as a counter against the Broodmother, because every single spell that Sand King has is AoE. Caustic Finality, Sandstorm, Burrow Strike is of course all AoE. So that means Broodmother can't really do too much. What Broodmother wins the lane by, they will win the lane either by pushing you, which you can't really do against a lot of AoE spells such as Sand King, or they would just kill you. But against Sand King, that would be difficult as well, because he has 2 escape spells, both of which fairly good against the Broodmother. Even if she does pick up a sentry or dust, that's going to be a little bit difficult in terms of killing the Sand King. So when you pick up a Sand King like this, you will pit the solo Sand King against the solo Brood. So that means by the I guess possibility of elimination, we will have these 3 as on the trialing, and then Doom probably solo mid or something like that. Meanwhile, on Scourge, it's going to be a little bit difficult to determine what their laning is going to be. Enchantress, of course, is going to be in the jungle. But are we going to see somewhat of an LGD-esque double roam where the Venge just follow the Enchantress and then have 3 solos? Or are we going to see the Venge laning with the Windrunner? We'll have to wait and see. So let's get the replay on the row, and this is Observer again on the wrong slot, so no creep analysis this game at least. We have Awoke on the Visage, DD on the Sand King, 357 Crystal on the Doombringer, Faith on the Pugna, and Kaboo on the Crystal Maiden. Meanwhile on Scourge we have Ferrari, probably the best Broodmother player, at least in China, probably in the world, playing the Brood. DDC on the Windrunner, let's see, Sansheng on the Venge, and Zoe, which I mistakenly called him Burning, or called Burning Zoe. I always get these two confused, like literally I get them confused so well, because they're both really top tier farmers, and they play for really well-known Chinese teams, so I get them confused, so my apology for that. But Zoe playing the support Enchantress, but Enchantress is a somewhat of a semi-carry. If you get a axe stick on her, she could do quite a bit of damage. So let's see if Zoe's going to be playing more of a supporter role or more of a semi-carry role. We'll have to see. And then Clockwork's going to be played by, is that Xiao 8? Yeah, that is Xiao 8. So let's see how they're going to be warding and where they're going to be warding. We do see the Magic Bush ward, so that means the Scourge does expect the Enchantress to be offensive jungling. And that is a good expectation to have, as this ward will block these two camps, and then Crystal Maiden's gonna pop another ward here. That means it's gonna block this camp as well. You can see that with just 2 wards, the entire jungle is warded off. Of course, you could counter ward it fairly easily, but Enchantress, you know what? I'm gonna just go back to my jungle, grab Heaps. There's really no big difference, because with the Smoke of the Seat, I'm sure they do have a Smoke of the Seat. No, they don't. I'm a little bit surprised. Generally, when you see Enchantress jungling like this, you see a Smoke of the Seat being picked up, and then you could run the creeps in with that extra movement speed in combination of your stun or slow. Stun in this case from the Venge and slow from the enchant. You could just run in and then clap, stun, you know, do all your stuff, and you get a free kill. But I think the reason we don't see a Smoke of the Sea is that we have a Dust Appearance being picked up for that Sand King. Although they're not offensive jungling, so I guess they're holding it for now, and then gonna use it when they actually do gank the Sand King. Meanwhile, we'll have the trialing of devices, Crystal Maiden and Pugna on the top, but they should do a better job in terms of keeping the Rattle Trap back, because in a trialing situation like that, all you really need is have a Crystal Maiden run here, or even maybe both the Crystal Maiden and Advices run here, and the clock just have to turn back in terms of being out harassed, out nuke in any situation like that. But they're actually not doing it, so I'm a little bit surprised. I'm a little bit disappointed, to be honest here. Looking in the mid lane here, we have Doombringer against Windrunner. Windrunner, by the way, is definitely going to outlane Doom. Doom is going to have a good animation to work with and also very high base damage. But the fact that he has very low armor and the Windrunner has a great animation and a great nuke should outlane Doom with fairly ease. And now we see the roaming party trying to get something done. This Centaur is all, half-time duration, and they are going to just run it in. Where's that Smoke of the Sea? Yes, that Smoke of the Sea is used, and we're going to see this gank going to the mid lane. You can see that, well, I'm not sure it will work or not, but you will see the Smoke of the Sea being very helpful to this creeps at least. And looks like that Doom is going to be out of position. Here we go, a neck being casted, and let's see how good the chain stun is. There's a stun as well. Clap's going to be followed up. Great chain stun from CCM, and CCM Zoe is going to pick up the first blood. They could transition right down to the bot lane, and I'm not too sure whether they get a kill on the Sand King, but regardless, should make him harass a little bit, keep him out of lane, because Brewmother is going to have trouble against Sand King. Brewmother generally does very, very well against a lot of guys, but not against Sand King. Sand King only has 120 something mana. I don't think that's enough for a Sandstorm and a Burrow Strike, and I don't think he suspects it, so he thinks that he's going to be fine with Sandstorm, but little does he know is that they do have a smoke of a dust going on the Sand King. Sand King's trying to juke. He's going to try to run up, most likely trying to burrow through, but no, he actually used the Sandstorm, so he's not going to have enough mana for Burrow Strike. He's going to just tango through, and Zoe is expecting it. No, he's waiting for the tango. Yeah, he does tango through, but it looks like DD is going to go down to a couple last hits. So who's going to get the last hit? It looks like Zoe is going to pick it up. That's 2 kills for Zoe. Very, very well done for the support of CCM right now. And this double roaming strat, very, very effective so far. I'm sure that both these guys would have go for boots of speed right now. I can't check here, so let me check. Zoe does have 800 gold, so that means enough for that Crow and the boots. And then Venge has 54 gold, so that means he just bought it. Nah, where the hell is it? Boots, double boots. There you go, double boots being picked up by both these guys, and that means they're gonna make the next ganks even more successful. And that is a scary thought to have. If you're on the Tyloo, you're already behind. Your trialing is actually not doing jack squat because you're not keeping the Clockwork out of EXP range. Look at that Clockwork, already 4.5, and also has a boots of speed picked up. So I'm just really disappointed at Tyloo's trialing play. If you have a Visage, either you keep them out of the lane or you kill them like 8 times, and neither has been happening. Now we have the Crow. Where the hell's the Crow? Now we're going to see a gank attempt going on that Doombringer. Doombringer is going to be netted. He actually turns back. I have no idea why. Maybe he see the clock coming on the minimap. Now we have the Doombringer going down. Looks like CCM Joe picks up a killing spree. And now, Morley, I really dislike support picking up so many kills, especially so early in the game, because when you're support, you die very easily. You have very low HP. But the thing is, for Enchantress, once he finishes treads or whatnot or face boots, he was gonna just go straight HP, point booster, ogre axe. As we see another smoke being used, are they gonna try to get a gank on the Sand King, or maybe even just go back to the mid lane? Another smoke being used by the Tyloo team. I don't think they get anything done. The Doom is not too much of a strong ganker. Chinese Doom generally don't pick up high levels of level def, so in terms of nuking damage, it's gonna be very weak. But I was saying earlier, in terms of oh, nice dodge, nice dodge. I was expecting it, I was waiting for it, and it looks like he might just survive because of that. No, Brewmother gonna go straight in, and looks like the tower focus is gonna go beyond Enchantress. Enchantress is gonna be healing like crazy, and it looks like the Smoke of the Sea is ran out here, but he just got himself in a corner. Great Burrow Strike out. What a play from DD, man. That is gonna be some top 10 moment. I mean, that's, well, It's not definitely very flashy, but definitely survived that. And finally, we see some low kill attempt going in the top, finally getting off that clockwork, and that means they can push this tower. It's going to sustain a lot of damage. But going back to what I was saying earlier, the Enchantress is very, very good in terms of surviving through the mid game, because she definitely gets a very HP heavy item such as Ogre Axe Point Booster for the Axe Stick. And that every little bit kill counts. He's gonna, I mean, depends if he's gonna go phase boot first or treads first or straight into a point booster. But in any case, it's gonna be extremely helpful for their team. Looks like we have a teleportation. Where's that Nova? Where's that? Oh my God, Tyloo. I guess they're gonna just scare him away and go for the tower kill. Okay choice, I suppose, but I definitely think they could have got a kill on the clockwork and then go back for the tower as well. Maybe a little bit afraid of teleportation coming in, and I guess they wouldn't know that the Venge does not have a teleportation scroll. But they would know the Windrunner doesn't have one, and also the Broodmother doesn't have one. So I think they would have been fine if they dive. But you know, never mind that. Now we see Sand King just pushing back the lane with the Sandstorm, and Broodmother just pushing back the lane with Spiderlings, and he's gonna get a lot of denies. And looks like a Burrow Strike being used to destroy a lot of creeps. And I'm actually quite surprised that he has not picked up at least a single level of Caustic Finale. Sure, that's gonna push your creep, but it's gonna do a lot of damage. He's even a lot of damage to those Spiderlings, as we see a gank attempt on the mid lane. So far, the score is 1-4 in favor of the Scourge team, and you kind of expect that because they have double roam. They roam so effectively. I think that's the second, maybe even third smoke of the sea being used. And finally, we see this Visage and Crystal Maiden firing a little bit of back, because they need to do this. They need to keep up with the roam. They need to keep up with the kills, and most importantly, they need to keep up with the EXP. Because if you fall down behind EXP against a Venge and an Enchantress, they're gonna have Impetus up. That is a level 4 Venge for now, and they're gonna have swap up very, very early, and that's gonna make your supports, you know, have a hellish day. And looks like Crystal Maiden is almost 4, Vice is at 4.5, so that's very, very good. You're gonna try to kill this Clockwork. Clockwork sense is coming, but Crystal Maiden is gonna cut her off. I think this Clockwork is as good as that. There's Nova, and there's gonna be a bite. That's a lot of stuns, and that Cog doing absolutely nothing because they're all range. Who's gonna pick up the kill? And that is Fate picking up a kill. And with these couple kills being picked up by the tri-lane, it's gonna be very, very helpful. They can pressure this tower as well, and by pressuring this tower, is gonna force these two back. These two, you know, to defend top, and instead of defending, they're gonna go back to the mid lane and keep the Doom back. And by the way, Doom is one of those momentum heroes. By momentum hero, I mean that if he does very, very well in the early stage of the game, oh, there's a Shackle Shot on the trees, and there's going to be Enchant and a Magic Missile on there as well. And this Doombearer might be in trouble. Doombearer actually going to go down. If it turned around and cast a Doom on the Venge, might have got a kill, but of course might have got denied as well. So he was going to hold on to the Doom. Not too sure whether he had mana to do so as well. So we're going to see some heavy pressure on the mid tower, and by getting this mid tower, Scourge is going to get a lot of map control. By getting this mid tower, the Venge and the Enchantress could kind of just gank this entire Sentinel force undetected, and it looks like they are going to kick down the tower as well. Meanwhile, on the top lane here, good block by the Visage. Are they going to get a kill on the Clockwork though? No, Clockwork's going to be fine. It's going to turn around, at least drop a rocket to kind of get everyone very low. Crystal Maiden extremely low, pops the Sal, pops the Clarity. Should be okay, but we do have the Venge coming in. Let's see if Venge can finding one. The Windrunner should be coming in as well, maybe to get a couple of kills, but these guys are already very, very low. Tower is still taking damage from 2 Glaive Throws. It actually might go down if this Clock does not be careful and denying. A Glaive Throw do a lot, well, extra damage to the tower, and it looks like it's going to be put in the deny range, and the Scourge is going to get the deny off of it. Or maybe Crystal Maiden's going to come in for the Jack. Clock being very tentative in terms of that deny is going to... Whoa, come on. One more hit. Alright. Okay, alright. Just baiting the Crystal Maiden. Maybe it was baiting for him to come in. Meanwhile, Sand King sends people coming, and he's going to TP out. And now with the Sand King out of question, we're going to see, yeah, Ferrari moving every single spider back in the lane. They're going to go for a push. Unfortunately for them, they don't have a Ring of Basilius, so the armor on the creeps is not going to be... Oh, they don't have the armors on the creep, but it looks... Whoa, that's Arcane Boots being picked up. Oh, how can I forget Arcane Boot on the Enchantress? Very, very good item on the Enchantress. Not so much for the MS, but actually just keeping her constantly in the jungle, keeping her in lane. She doesn't really never have to go back, but because of healing intentants and actually Arcane Boots, she will just basically be a walking fountain. You know, always could stay out of fill and just heal everyone. And we're going to see a tower being pushed down as well. There's a single teleportation coming in, and that is the Visage. They could have gone on the Visage, because Visage definitely can't really do too much by himself. It looks like 3 or 4 more teleportation coming in, and they do get the tower, so that's what they want. But let's see how much they're going to pay for it. Where is that slow? Where is that slow? No slow being gotten off. So unfortunately, that was 3 TPs. That was what? Almost 3 times 3, 135. That's like 415 gold. Yeah, 415 gold down the drain for the Sentinel, and they didn't get anything out of it. Tower was not denied. You know, they didn't get any kills, so that was quite unfortunate for Sentinel. And that was actually a huge gold loss. And now we see the Sentinel gonna, Scourge gonna come mid. Doombringer already very, very low. He does have 3 charge on the bottom. Looks like he's going to run straight back to the base, so he's going to be dodging the gank. You know, Enchantress and Venge says, you know what, that's fine. We're going to go back to jungle and continue farming. Because one huge thing about this double roaming strat is that they don't focus, they don't prioritize on ganking, nor do they prioritize in pushing. Sure, they got a tower here, and they got a tower here, but that was never their priority. Their priority is to level up, get a gank off here or there if we can with Smoke of the Seat, but that's it. We're gonna come out in jungle with heavy items, heavy EXP. Look at that, already Arcane Boots level 6 being picked up. Venge all close to level 6, 5.5. If they could win the next team fight, they would definitely get it. And there we go, Magic Missile. Where's that They're gonna focus on Visage, which I guess is an okay choice. Very, very low HP. If they could get Shackle, no, great hook goes in, double kill goes to the CCM. They can pick off the Crystal Maiden as well. Man, CCM just ridiculously good in terms of winning this early stage of the game. And now we have CCM. Yeah, they're gonna get a kill as well. And who is there? No, they're gonna be fine now. So that was a 3-for-0 trade. The Sentinel can lose yet another tower if they're not careful enough, but they should be fine. Everyone's responding fairly quickly. But if you want to check the score, it's 3-8 in favor of the Scourge team. 4 kills on Zoe and just 1 on everyone else. And I suppose that's okay. Let me see how far into that Axe is Zoe. Zoe does have 1,000 gold, so he could probably get the point booster now. Probably still buying wards to help his team. A very early Planeswalker Cloak being picked up by Clockwork? Clock? I suppose? No? I suppose the Windrunner might be going for a Hood, but I think Mecha is more of a priority for him, or maybe he would tell Zoe to get the Mecha. Here we go, the birds coming in. 1 stun off, 2nd stun off. There's going to be a slow. Unfortunately, Sankey not able to Burrow Strike in. He does against a Clockwork, but kind of not the target he wants. They're trying to get a kill. What a hack Shackle Shot. That was a pushback from the Cog into a very lucky Shackle Shot. Unfortunately, they can't get too many things done. Like, they're using all their spells. Actually, Sankey might be in trouble. Sankey is gonna go down to the to DDC. And right now, everything going perfectly well for the Scourge team. Enchantress does have the point booster pickup, and here comes Doom. Let's see what they're going to be doing. The Shackle Shot actually whiffs, but those birds still stunning. There you go, the Doom goes on, but there's a Cog, gets a 2-man Cog, and they're going to focus on the Vices. Should be focusing on the Vices. No, they're going to focus on the Doom. I don't think that's a good choice. Venge is going to go down. We have Xiao A going down already. Doom is still tanking so much damage with that Vanguard, but I think he might finally go down to Enchantress' high DPS. Kills going off here and there. We have a mega kill streak by the Enchantress, but the Enchantress gotta be careful. He's trying to chase down the Necrotic. Necrotic is 1 more hit away. There's another Impetus. There you go. That's an unstoppable streak. Crystal Maiden needs to get back. The constant mana being drained. We see that. No, pops a wand. So that's a lot more mana. Crystal Maiden now in trouble. No, with the blocks creep and the birds helping out in the DPS, Crystal Maiden might actually get it done. They'll continue to get the run. 1 more Impetus. No, they're gonna turn back now. I think Zoe was fearing a couple teleportation going back to the mid tower. Unfortunately for him, he should have chased and could have chased. Would have got the kill there. Meanwhile, in the bot lane here, we have Brewmother trying to get up the Orchid, which I believe is a perfect choice in this game. If he could Orchid the Doom before he casts anything, or just Orchid the Pugna or Crystal Maiden before they cast, that is going to be an absolute win. Or if they could Orchid the Sand King, that's going to be very good as well. What Sentinel needs to do right now, what they desperately need to do is ward up and get their dagger on the Sand King. If they get a dagger on the Sand King, they could really easily turn the team fight around. Because if you look at the Scourge team, not very tanky in terms of HP. Clockwork's going to be okay. But aside from that, all of these guys have very, very low HP pool. If you could drop a huge... what is that? No, what is that ult? What is that Sand King ult? I forgot. As we see now, CCM Zoe a little bit out of position, roaming the enemy jungle without sight, and that's why sight is going to be so important. That's why I said Sentinel needs sight to ward off the jungle to see where the entire Scourge team is, and then get those free kills. But I was saying earlier, if they could get a dagger on the Sand King, he could just turn the team fights around single-handedly if he could land a good ult in. And let me see how close he is. He is actually only 200 gold, man. He's so damn far away. He did get a Vanguard first, so I suppose that is going to help him survive. And that might just work out better in terms of long run. But in the nearby future, they need to have the Sand King to do a lot of work. And there's that Doom. Wow, that Doom was so clutch because that Magic Missile was going for the Crystal Maiden. That Doom, not sure. Oh, there was a... Was that Power Shot? Wow, what a snipe by a power shower. Maybe that was a rocket. No, that was a rocket from Xiaowei. Xiaowei, does he have a hook though? He's trying to find someone. There's a Visage. Whose war is that? That is Shensheng's. Oh, what? Do you see how hacks this? That was hacks as crap, man. This Vice is gonna go down now. CCM still on the rampage trying to chase. They are going to find a Doom. There's a swap and there's a magic missile. I don't think there's another hack shackle shot. Oh, I guess that's not that hack. Yes, he's going to try to focus on the Doom. A lot of healing being done by the Doom. There's that ult coming from the Sand King, and you could see exactly what I mean. Chris, there he goes. The Windrunner goes down immediately. Now the Enchantress in trouble as well. Enchantress taking so much damage from that network. Great blocking, excellent blocking from that Crystal Maiden, and now they're going to get a kill on the Enchantress as well. Good comeback from the mid game for Tyloo, and this is exactly what I was talking about, the mid game powers of the Sentinel team. That Nether were doing so much work. The Doombringer tanking up. You gotta keep in mind, the Doombringer was the focus for CCM there. I think CCM chose a bad target to focus, because between that Vanguard and the healing Scourge Orb, he's gonna be absolutely fine. They're gonna need a lot more DPS to bring that down Doom, and they just set themselves up completely for a perfect ult from that Sand King, and Sand King just, you know, completely went to town. And he has what, 1,000 gold now from what, 400 or 300 to 1,000. He's gaining gold very rapidly, and if he picks up a Blink Dagger, then the Scourge team is gonna have huge troubles. Clockwork was not able to hook it. I'm not too sure whether he mishook or his hook was on cooldown. But unfortunately, you know, if he got a hook, then I think that might have made a difference. But you know, no reason to cry over spilled milk. As you see, Broodmother doing a little bit of solo roach. I think the Sentinel does know, and Sentinel is they're not. They don't know. Do they know? Send Vision. No, they don't. No, they don't. They don't even have a Warrior to see the Broodmother going in. So Broodmother is going to get a free Vegas by himself. Or maybe Sentinel does sense a couple heroes missing off the map. And now we're getting some farm on the Visage. We're getting some farm on the Crystal Maiden. I love supports getting farm as a strategic choice. I don't love support when they get farm when they're not supposed to. But Visage is a hero that wants EXP, is a hero that wants at least level 11. So his birds do a lot more damage. So he has a lot more spells to work with, a lot more HP to work with. Same thing with the Crystal Maiden, one, a Max Nova and the Aura as well. So I'm glad that Tyloo's giving them a little bit of EXP to work with. As we see, they're trading this EXP for Roche, so that's a huge trade. With the with the Aegis on the Broodmother, the Broodmother could be playing a little bit more aggressive in the team fights, and that is going to help out, because what Sentinel really lacked, like I said earlier, is a good tank. If the Broodmother could run in and at least tank the initial barrage, they should have an okay time. But again, they gotta be careful in terms of clumping, and they gotta be careful in terms of reserving a stun or two for that Sand King. If that Sand King just ults in, or at least Burrow strikes in, and here we go, a Doom goes on the Enchantress. There's a cog on the Doom though, but looks like we do have the Enchantress. Where's that Enchantress? The Enchantress got swapped out, and looks like the Clock might be in trouble, so our Clock got slowed down. He's one more hit, he goes down, and now the Doombringer is still tanking so much. Windrunner is going to be the next target. Where's Sand King, the Burrow Strike? Where's the Burrow Strike? Burrow Strike misses because he clicked on the ground. He needs to turn back. What a Shackle Shot. Another perfect Shackle Shot from DDC. DDC's Shackle is just perfect right now. Enchantress wearing out the Doom, heals back to full, and he's just impeding away. But I don't think he could do too much of anything else. So we see everyone's still alive, everyone very resilient on the Sentinel, and they're going to push down the mid tower. Nothing that Scourge should do about it. They do have what you call it, Clockwork. Yeah, Clockwork is going to be responding in 10 seconds or so, but this tower is going to be going down. There's a teleportation coming in. That is a Broodmother. We're going to see his Aegis go to work, and here we go. What is Broodmother going to do? There's a Burrow Strike going on Avenge. They're trying to focus on Avenge. Is one more hit. He is going to go down. Well done. Broodmother trying to chase on someone. There's a teleportation from the Clock coming in as well. And now with between the surviving power of the Sand King and the Doom, they're going to be fine. This Broodmother is getting kited left and right. Enchantress in trouble. Enchantress going to heal through. It's going to survive for now. Meanwhile, 430, that's the Ferrari picking up a kill there, and they're going to trying to pick off Doom. Why do they keep focus on the Doom? There is that silence stick going on the Doom as well, and they are finally going to pick off the Doom. I'm not sure whether that was worth the effort, as we see a chase on the Sand King as well. Sand King does have a couple 200 mana to work with. Gotta be careful with the Shackle Shot. He burrows up and TPs away, and there's no more stun for the Sentinel to work with. There we go. Great TP from DD, and he's going to get out fine. Let me check out his gold. Constantly gotta be careful with his gold. He's up to 1600, and he's maybe one fight or maybe a couple of minutes away from that Blink Dagger. And let's see if you know, CCM senses the urgency. They do have the Silent Stick finish, and the next thing is going to be BKB. And once the Broodmother finished BKB, that is going to be some trouble for the Sentinel. Sure, they have a lot of AoE to work with, and sure, they have Doom to tank things up. But a BKB Brood, at least right when the Brood picks it up, is a scary sight, because there's absolutely nothing you can do. There's no Beastmaster, or there's no like Venge or anything. They can't do anything against the Brood. The only thing they might be able to do is decrep whoever that Brood was focusing. But even that, like, that's not really a for sure thing. So, you know, especially if the Broodmother has a silent stick that he could pop on the Oblivion. So, you know, it's still very far from that situation, but Tyloo, or if you're ever in this situation, that's something you gotta worry about because you know that Brood is gonna come out with a BKB, and you gotta start preparing for it. By the way, one thing I haven't mentioned it, but one thing I want to point out again is that DDC Shackle Shot so far has been magnificent. Some of them has been very hacky, but most part I think I see him miss one Shackle this game, but aside from that, he's been hitting Shackle left and right. He does have the mecha finish. I think I saw a cloak on the Clockwork, so Clockwork might be going for that pipe or hood at least. Sand King just ulted for no reason. Okay, all right. Maybe he does have the dagger though, so of course it's all on cooldown for at least 1.5 more minutes. But he's gonna be fine now. I think Tyloo, they weather the early game storm. They should be fine. They're stronger than mid game, and they're stronger in the late game as well in terms of what their hero could do, what item they could buy. Especially if this Doom is going to pick up a Radiance soon. Yeah, they can worry about, or they should be worrying about the Broodmother, but Broodmother's not a good late game hero as well. We're going to see a gank attempt on that Doombringer. There's that Orchid and there's that Slow, but he's going to pop open with that Scourge Short very quickly. A swap is going to be imminent. One more. No, swap's not even needed as we see Ferrari picks up the kill. So I'm quite surprised that Broodmother was able to pick off the Doom. I thought Doom was going to survive through that, but apparently not, or at least they're going to force Venge to use a swap. But Broodmother actually did quite a bit of damage, already doing around 130 or so with that Broodmother ult being turned on. Does a little bit more, so that was, I guess, 200 something damage, especially with the amplified damage from the Orchids. So they'll be able to pick off the Doom. Meanwhile, we have another gank attempt on the mid lane. Clock in trouble. Clock is definitely going to go down. Who's going to get the kill? And looks like Sand King is going to pick up the kill. Sand King now getting extra gold is not that big of a deal. He's probably going to go for a Axic. Axic acts like at a couple extra posts, and I think it lowers your cooldown as well. I think Shiva's would be a better case as a luxury item for the Sand King, especially against, let's say, Windrunner and whatnot. And actually, DDC knows the gang's coming. He's gonna just run the most not obvious way. Can he run out alive? And it looks like he is gonna be able to do so. He doesn't have a TP though, but there's no one really to cut him off. So unfortunately for Sentinel, they know the Windrunner's there. They smell her, but they can't get her. Meanwhile, Broodmother is still dutifully farming in jungle. And when I say Ferrari is probably the best Broodmother in a player in the world, the reason I say that is no other Broodmother player utilizes Spiderling as well as he does. Look at his Spiderling. He's farming here. Spiderling is farming here, and he does it for the whole game. He doesn't just do it once in a while. He does it for the whole game. So that is 20 minutes of extra farm in the jungle. If you wanna, let me check. God damn it! I want to say let me check how much newts he's got, but I can't check because damn, observer, get on the right slot. So, but I'm sure he's got a lot. He definitely had a very early Orchids, and he's probably saving up for that BKB. He's got the BKB. Wow, that's 4K gold, man. I'm not sure why he's not buying it. He's buying a lot of it right now. So BKB being picked up. There's a swap, and there's another ult. Look at Broodmother ult, almost 200 something damage, but looks like they are not going to get a kill on the Broodmother, on the Doom. Doom's still like standing in front of everyone, and the Doom is giving up on that Radiance. He's going to go for the plate mail, or Shiva at least, or AC or Shiva. Either case, very good item. As we see another hack shackle shot on the Pugna. Looks like that ward's gonna go down. Sand King comes in with a huge ult. Enchantress goes down immediately, and now we have the there we go. Fate picks up a double kill, and again, like I said, that Sand King is gonna rip them apart. They at the very least, they need a pipe. Meanwhile, we see the Broodmother trying to do a little bit of pushing on her own, but you know, these Spiderlings are mostly food for that Sand King now. Does he have Cosmic? He still does not have Cosmic Finale. I'm very, very surprised. I guess he feels that with the Burrow Strike, that's enough. He definitely got a lot of level stats, as you can see here. Only one GG branch, but you know, 4 levels of stats to be exact. So skipping out a lot of levels on Cosmic Finale, and I think several levels on Sandstorm as well. So that's very, very interesting. So he does have a gem pickup that is mostly for the Broodmother, and the reason they give it to the Sand King compared to the Doom is that Sand King actually is better in surviving right now. Between Burrow Strike, Sandstorm, and a Blink, he should be okay. As we see another gank attempt, they're very, very resilient or persistent in terms of killing this Doom, and they are going to get him this time, and that's great and all. But I don't think Doom is the actual worry, as we see even a swap on the Crystal Maiden. Crystal Maiden's going to be in trouble. Here comes the Sand King. It's going to get a Burrow Strike off. He doesn't have to ult yet. There's a kill on the Venge, though. There's a BKB being popped up. Who's going to focus? He's trying... who the hell? He popped the BKB just to run, and that is not going to be good, because now we see more focus on the Clockwork. Clockwork trying to get blocked. There's a Burrow Strike. His team is coming. Crystal Maiden might be in trouble, though. Crystal Maiden gets... no, there's a Decrep. There's a Dust on the Broodmother as well. Broodmother at least get the kill. No, Broodmother going to go down. He does have the Aegis, but I think that Aegis is going to be lost, as we see 4 heroes huddle around. And Broodmother, no, he has a web, but there's a gem, though. There's going to be freeze fight. There's going to be endless amount of stuns waiting for him. The birds, I'm not too sure why they're not stunning. There's a blast. There's the urn. Where's the Nova? Where's the Nova? Oh. Crystal Maiden? Crystal Maiden? Shackle shot. Oh, he was just out of mana. There's a bite, and that Broodmother is going to go down. Shackle shot barely missing there. And now they did get the Aegis. They did get... Tyloo's coming back. Tyloo's doing extremely well. They were very, very down earlier. Now it's 16 to 19. It looks like the Scourge team has no answer. This is Sand King. This Sand King is just really ripping them apart. Sand King is a great chaser, so good against Brood in that sense as well. And you can see that so far, every time the Sand King, aside from missing one here, every time Sand King, they win a team fight. So there we go, Sand King initiating. He's coming in for that. Gets cancelled. Good hook. And now they're gonna try to fill this Sand King. The tower helping out as well, but this Clock might be in trouble. Clock is not as tank as the Sand King. No, here comes the Enchantress doing a lot of damage to that Sand King. Sand King actually had the Burrow Strike out because he was blocking like crazy. With the help of creeps, they should be able to survive. Clock trying to chase down, but they're taking so much magical damage. Women are in trouble as well. Nova comes down, and here comes Avenge. Where's the swap though? No, here comes Doom. Is Doom gonna get a Doom off? That is the question. He might get... No, he's not going to get a Doom off either. So Sentinel was not able to get extra kills out of that, but I think they didn't really care about that, because they were hoping they could survive, and they did survive. There's a smoke, and let's see if they're gonna be able to chase. I don't think they will be able to chase, because Clock already uses hookshot. So that goes their long range initiation, and they might be able to kill the Pugna or the Visage, but I don't think they will kill off the Doom if they don't throw every single spell on him. So let's see what the plan for Scourge is going to be. Again, like I said earlier, they don't go late game at all. So this Broodmother can't be their late game plan. That's pretty much it. Like, DDC can go late game, but I don't think he has the creep kills or the score to do it. Zoe's 7, 3, and 4, but I don't think he has any good items. Yeah, I guess he's halfway through his Zac stick. But aside from that, as we see a kill on the Crystal Maiden, no big deal. Aside from that, I don't think Scourge has any late game aspiration. They want to finish this game maybe in the next 10 minutes or maybe next 15. But anything after that, they're pushing it. And I don't think they can finish the game. As you see, again, this Sand King is just being a pain in the ass in terms of defending, in terms of team fighting. And I think the Sentinel has all the time in the world. They could just farm all they want. This Doom is going to get stronger and stronger. Sure, he's not doing really well because this Scourge is hating on him all day long. But eventually he's going to get a Radiance. Eventually he's going to get an AC. At that point, you're like the entire Scourge team. I have no idea what they're going to do. Like, there's no way they could plow through a Doom that has a Vanguard, an AC, and a Radiance. Looks like they're going to try to do a little bit of Rorschach. Sense coming in. There's a 4-staff. There's a ward, though. They need to kill that ward because there's a hookshot in. Cog, 2-man Cog. That's going to be good. But where's that Sand King? Sand King utilizing that. Oh, he's going to blink straight in, doing a whole bunch of magical damage. There's a swap out. And Broodmother's trying to right-click anyone down, but he's chasing. He's wasting a lot of time just right-clicking. He's going to focus on Pugna. That's a great choice. Very low HP hero. Going to bring him down. Doombringer comes back in a fray. Doombringer is going to be in trouble. I'm not too sure that was the best team fight of them as well, as we see CCM winning a fight, and that was absolutely huge. Winning a fight like that will give them an Aegis, and that Aegis can be traded for a Rax if they're lucky enough. We have Axe being finished on the Enchantress. Why are they... Oh, did they pick up the Aegis already? Who picked it up? Is that Broodmother? No. Gotta find out where the Aegis is. No, they give it to Zoe. I suppose that's not a good choice, because now it forces the enemy team to focus on the Enchantress, which, by the way, is pretty tanky already, because he does so much damage. Or at the very least, it's gonna force the opponent to throw a Doom on her, so he doesn't, or she doesn't, you know, impede the crap out of her. Actually, if you throw Doom on the Enchantress, she's pretty much useless, because in terms of a regular physical hit, she hits about 100, which is not that much. So, but do you want to target Enchantress? Do you want to target Women, or do you want to target the Venge? Maybe. Doom always has many good targets that you want to focus, but I think Enchantress should be the best choice in this scenario. I don't think dooming a Broodmother would make a lot of sense. So Crystal Maiden level 12 already got the phase boot and Let me check out what everyone's got the item. Doombringer's got let's see, 1600 gold, so most likely trying to finish that AC. I don't think he's gonna go for Radiance now. A lot of time we see sometimes if a Doom's not farming well, we see a play mail into a Radiance, but I don't think this is the game to do that. He's not farming that well. He's gonna go into AC and then back to Radiance. Or maybe AC and then Shiva. We see sometimes like that as well. Pugna does have a 4-staff mecha and a point booster. Pretty good farm for a Pugna. Visage has mostly support item going for a Cloak and a Django. And then meanwhile, Windrunner has got a Hex. While Windrunner's got a Hex and mecha and face. That's pretty good for the DC. Clockwork got a Vanguard Hood. Very standard. Axe completed on Enchantress. Venge got a Django. And then the Broodmother's got Butterfly. He's going for Butterfly. Let me check his gold. 1300 gold. I'm not too sure. Where the hell's that Crow? Nope, no Talisman of Evasion yet. So he's still about like 1300 gold. 1300 gold from that Butterfly. I think what Scourge is waiting for is to finish that Butterfly and then go for maybe they want to win with that Butterfly. Whether they can win is the question here. They do have the Aegis going for them right now. Although the Aegis is on a hero that doesn't do a lot of DPS to the tower. But really, Scourge doesn't have many heroes to do DPS against the tower. Burst stunning everyone, and I think the Sentinel should be okay right now. Scourge need to turn back. They need to wait for their Brood. Brood's still farming, and again, he's accelerating his farm. He's gonna send these to the Ancient creeps to help. Well, Ancient's almost dead, but no big deal. Broodmother need to get out, dude. Because this Blink Dagger Sand with a gem can just easily. One thing to point out is that Crystal Maiden is leveling up Freeze Bite. Generally, we don't see that because Freeze Bite is generally a pretty bad spell. But against the Broodmother, it's not that bad because you want to keep her in place for as long as possible, or just keep one of these heroes in place. Generally, you want to get stats on a Crystal Maiden, but it really depends on the game situation because there's sometimes getting stat is not going to help you survive as long. That long, but getting an extra point of Freeze Bite is going to help you at least help your team survive a little bit longer. Broodmother still farming in jungle. Gonna check out how the Doom is farming. Very curious as we see Day smoking up, and he is gonna go for Shiva's. Gonna be excellent against the Broodmother because attack speed is one thing, but that AOE slow is another. As we see a slow, where's a slow Visage? Slow going on. Wow, Sand King ults in because he know his team is gonna initiate. That's a lot of AOE damage. Looks like Venge has gone down. Clog is gonna go down as well. With that smoking, they got 2 extra kills, 2 free kills. Meanwhile, we have the Enchantress trying to do some damage, but I think Enchantress should have just ran there because he was not gonna be able to kill anyone. But no, here comes the buy. No, that was not a buyback. I have no idea how Windrunner survived that, but I don't think the Enchantress would have the luxury, and Windrunner need to get out as well. Enchantress very, very low. He does have the Aegis though, so where's that Brood? Brood is gonna try to Rax in this case, but the Scourge, Sentinel, excuse me, they're on top of it. They're gonna come back in, and there's nothing. Do you see that? Nothing that Brood could do, and now we have the Enchantress gonna go down once again. So they traded a lot. They traded an Aegis, and generally you use the Aegis to get a Rax. They traded an Aegis for nothing. Broodmother was trying to solo push, and now they're going to lose a Windrunner as well. CCM, not the best encounter for them. Of course, more to be said how effective that smoke into Sand King ult was. But then for the most part, I think Sand King, or excuse me, the entire Scourge team was more or less out of position, and now Broodmother trapped between creeps. Not Lonely, DD is just low. You know what? You can't do anything against me, so I'm gonna just run out. So I haven't been casting a lot lately for 2 reasons, I guess. One, I'm working on a new guide, and hopefully I can bring that out. But it's been on and off trying to get more clips, trying to edit and all that stuff. So working on a new guy, should be expecting it in the relatively nearby future. And 2, I've been like the biggest nerd and been reading Harry Potter again. Man, I've gone through the Harry Potter books so many times, but it's like, hey, you know what? I saw my sister reading it the other day, and I just like stole her books and read. So I read through Order of Phoenix. What's the 6th one called? Half-Blood Prince and Deathly Hallows. All 3 of them in like 4 days, 5 days, or in the past week. So I haven't played Dota, haven't went online. It's that and then going out with friends. So haven't cast it at all. Maybe you guys could tell in this game. I'm gonna try to make a gank attempt on that Sand King. Gonna get dusted, but that was a blink. That was it. No swap, or at least not high level enough for a swap. There's a hook in. Wow, that's a hook. Well, why? Okay. Could have definitely went for it. No, they do sense people coming, and they are in huge trouble. Bird coming in. Yeah, he gets freeze bite, but he's taking a lot of damage. Sanking is going to be ulting in. There we go. Sanking. Oh, Crystal made an O. A lot of AoE damage being done, and now we have Venge in trouble. Clog is going to go down. Broodmother didn't get the BKB off Ada Doom, and that was it. They're going to chase on the Windrunner. Windrunner should be fine, and this Venge is not going to run out. There's a Blink Burrow, and here we go. Venge going down as well, and that was 3 kills going to Tyloo for nothing. Great counter ganking from the Sentinel, and that again, that's just having sight absolutely everywhere, having wards down. Hey, they are ganking or sanking, let's go rape them, and that's exactly what they did. They're trying to get this Windrunner, but I don't think they shouldn't be able to, at least. Windrunner just doing whatever she can to defend, which is not much, as we see two huge tanks at the top, and the Scourge is gonna have so much trouble running through these linebackers, and I don't think they can. Windrunner again being forced back even more so, and they could just pick off these 2 tower and go back to farm. Again, Sentinel in no rush to win the game right now, because this is like the 4th time I said it. They have better late game, they have better mid game as well. And there's really nothing the Scourge team could extend to. Everyone forced to get piped against that Sanking. But so far, I mean, even though Sanking's ult is going to be less and less effective in terms of damage dealing, you don't underestimate the slow as well. The slow is going to be very helpful. When the Doom runs in, and he will run in with Scourge Sheriff turned on, with the Shiva popping, your entire team's going to be slowing down. You're going to try to run, but between that Shiva slow and then the Sanking ult slow, there's not much running going to be done by the Scourge team. Either they have to stay in place and fight it, or they die. And if they do stay in place to fight it, they're eating a Sanking ult, every whatever half-second post. They're gonna be in trouble as well. So I don't see how Scourge could come back from this, but let's just watch the game through and through. Crystal Maiden does have a Ghost Scepter. That is, I'm not too sure whether I mentioned that already. Actually, I put down the commentary for like 2 hours, went to take a nap, and then came back. So maybe you notice my difference in terms of voice or active. I was so sleepy when I was passing this game.
A player's forces are under attack.
What I would do if I was in a CCM situation is wait for the next incarnation Roche. Like, in any case right now, if you try to push, it's not going to work out. If you try to team fight against the Sentinel, it's not going to work out either. But maybe if you could somehow sneak a Roche in, then you should have a chance. It really depends. If everyone gets enough hood, it could be withstand a Sanking ult. And then you have an Aegis on you as well, then CCM will have a chance to get the mid-racks. And once you do get the mid-racks, the game's even. So, but I think Tyloo is in such advantage that it's not going to matter, or they won't allow it to happen. That's a better way to put it. Again, Broodmother is still sending all those Spiderlings to farm. This is constant vigilance, like literally constant vigilance. Every time he gets Spiderlings, he's going to just send it somewhere else. If he's not pushing the lane, of course. He can push the lane, and sometimes a lot of Broodmother play, we see them do that. They just use the Spiderlings and push the lane. But you got to keep in mind that whenever you do this, you actually push the lane faster to the enemy territory, and that means you have to leave the lane faster and get less farm overall. But if you spend all those Spiderlings into the jungle, not only do you get the jungle gold as well, but you also get a little bit more farming time in the lane. So it's a better farming technique in my opinion, at least in the very late stage of the game, or even mid stage of the game. You could do this as well. You see, Spiderlings. I'm quite curious to see what Ferrari's APM right now. Probably ridiculously high, because he's constantly microing, hacking and microing these Spiderlings going everywhere. Meanwhile, a huge wave of creeps on the top list. He's going to be farming it. Again, another Shiva is being picked up. Yes, a lot of items in Dota don't stack very well. Like if you get two, I suppose, what's a good example? Like if you get 2 Sage, like, it doesn't stack very well, and it's very odd coming from me, right? But if you do get 6 Sage, that stacks perfectly. But if you get only 2, it doesn't stack very well. But some items in Dota just stacks perfectly well, even if you get more of them. Shiva's is one example, of course. The minus I guess armor doesn't stack. The minus attack speed, aura don't stack. But the fact that you pop them both for AoE slow damage, that does stack. Some items I don't mind being seen to stack as things like, by the way, Scourge team was smoked. That's why we don't see them on the minimap. I have to literally find them, because this damn observer is messing with me. What else Scourge got that? There we go. Oh, there's a team fight. Oh, there we go. It looks like Brumada's trying to BKB in. Look, the Sankey's gonna Burrow Strike out. He's gonna come back. Don't worry though. Yeah, here we go. He's coming back with that. Oh, he's gonna be bouncing in. The AoE damage again not that significant now as we see the Brumada going down. The entire Scourge team on the run. Clock in trouble is now. Oh, great Shackle Shot, and they're gonna try to focus on the Sankey. Sankey dies. Oh, he's gonna die. He's still survived. And now we see the clock going down, the Venge going down, and the game is as good as over. We have who the hell's trying to TP out? That is Enchantress. Sankey so very brave, but only plus 16 damage against the Enchantress. It looks like he gets a kill there as well. Again, another team wipe going in favor of Tyloo. I think CCM should just GG out at this point. Crystal Maiden also defending. Crystal Maiden got a whole bunch of farm there, I think. Was she even in the team fight? I think she was. Maybe she bought back. I have no idea. But yeah, she's going to get even more. Is this tower still alive? No, this tower's dead. Why the hell? Alright. I'm confused as heck. I hate observers on the wrong slot. Goddamn. Okay, so Brewmother, that was not successful. I don't think Brewmother carry is the answer. I think out positioning the opponent is the answer. Trying to get a good initiation off against 1 or 2 and then go push. That is the answer. I don't think out farming. But Chinese, I think that's one downfall a lot of Chinese team. Or maybe I'm just not seeing their perspective. Maybe I'm just kind of talking out of my ass. But what I think is one big downfall of the Chinese is that, oh, I'm losing right now, so let's farm ourselves back in the game. And oftentimes they don't have the heroes that are capable of farming themselves back in the game. Just say you know what, we'll keep farming. We'll keep farming. Hopefully things is gonna turn around. Hopefully you know, they'll be out of position. Hopefully they fuck up. But I don't think that's the answer. The Chinese teams in general, the other Chinese team, is just too good to fuck up. Too good to be out of position. You gotta force those actions. You have Avenge, you have a Clockwork. Do some ganking, you know, force something. Cause trust me, the game is not gonna get better. You have nothing. You have literally nothing to lose. You're already gonna lose the game. Might as well do some risky action and try to win it back. There you go. There's a swap. They're gonna try to focus on the Doom. No, there's a 4-staff out, and that should be end of it. Brewmother, again, another 4-staff. Brewmother wasting a lot of HP. There's a Ghost Scepter on the Doom as well. Ghost Scepter is gonna help him survive, and now we have the Doom and Life Drain on the Enchantress. Enchantress is gonna go down. Brewmother, and that's why he's not effective. Ghost Scepter, 4-staff, making him absolutely useless. You saw that was 2-staff there, 1 Ghost Staff. Doom, I think, survived. No, Doom finally died, taking a lot of focus now. The Brewmother in trouble. Brewmother can't even kill Crystal Maiden because she has Ghost Scepter as well. A good cog, but that's no DPS to work with anymore. This life draining Pugna is still in there. He can just turn around life drain. Oh, there's life drain. No. Meanwhile, Shan King doing work here, and now we could have a life drain. Does he have mana? He should. No, Sand King going down. There was a buyback. Who bought back? How the hell is CCM winning this team fight? How are they coming back with this winning this team fight? Crystal Maiden might be going down. No, great sense from the birds, and they should be able to get out fine. So that was kind of the fight they kind of need. They need to swap and kill the Doom, but you can see that both 4-staff being very, very effective. Oh, they are gonna kill 1 bird, I suppose. I think they must have bought back. Let me check the current goal right now. Enchantress got 900. Venge got nothing. Mother's got nothing. Moonrise got 3. Wow, she's rich. And then Clockwork's got nothing. I'm guessing they bought back. And the fact that they want a team fight in their nearby territory, they could just steal the Roche, and they are doing it right now. There's a bird, they're scouting out, but there's not enough Sentinel guys to jack it. So who is going to pick up the Aegis is the question. Will Enchantress pick it up once again like she did before? Or maybe you want to give it to the Windrunner now, who actually does a little bit damage. The Shackle Shotting the bird, like, get the hell out, man. Can the bird actually kill the item though? I think he can kill the Aegis. I think that's what it's going for. Oh, he's going for the stun. No. Aegis being picked up. And Cheese as well. So they're going to give the Cheese to Enchantress. Which, I think the Cheese might be better off being picked up by Windrunner and then giving the Aegis to Enchantress. Because I think Enchantress is the one that's going to eat the Doom. And when you eat the Doom, you can't activate items. So there's really no point. But it doesn't matter. Doom does not shut off the Aegis, of course. So I think that would have been a little bit better in terms of item distribution, but it doesn't really matter. So miraculously, CCM won a team fight in front of their tower. I don't think Sand King had the ult there. Maybe that's why I didn't see it at least. So they were able to dodge one, and with that they actually got Aegis and Cheese. So they can make a comeback right now. They can just go mid, force a team fight, and that should give them the edge. They should win. Again, they gotta be careful. Why the hell are these towers still alive on my minimap? Holy crap. Oh, I know what it is. Yeah, when I went to bed, I shut off the Warcraft and then loaded back at the same time. So yeah, and then I was AX through the replay, and when I was eight times speeding through the replay, I didn't physically with my eyes see this tower taken down with my map over here. So on the mini map, it thinks it's still up. So that's why this tower is still up. Now it's gone. Okay, great. Now you see that this on the mini map's now gone. Yeah, there we go. Okay, good observer knowledge, or the lack of observer knowledge in this case. Scourge trying to get something done. They're trying to push. Whether they can do so is another question. I love this ward being dropped. One of the best ward being dropped. A little bit more so if you're on Sentinel. Let's go here and tell you guys what this ward see. I usually put it on this Lily. But see, it's a pretty important area if you're on the Sentinel and you're trying to defend, let's say, your second tower. Of course, this ward might be a little bit better. But if you want to see position, let's say these guys running in here or this guy running through here, it's pretty good ward. Don't often place it, but once in a while you do. See, it's a pretty good area. Meanwhile, let's go on wards. If you're on Scourge and try to push the second tower, I think one of the best wards you could push is over here. You could angle through yourself through here, through the path, and you'll be in fog the whole time. And then you can just put a ward here. It's not gonna be was it here or here? I think it was here. Here, there you go. It's not gonna get revealed by the tower there, but it's gonna see the entire vision here. Very, very effective in terms of pushing the mid tower, second tier mid tower. And this is what Scourge need to be doing, and they are doing it right now. They're roaming the jungle, trying to find someone, but they gotta be careful of, hey, you know, I see one guy, so let me jump on him right now. They gotta correctly identify is there 4 other guys following that one dude? Because if you initiate against that kind of situation, then you basically throw away your whole, you know, team fight potential. It's a lot of map recognition. If you see, hey, 5 people is missing off the map, and I see, like, let's say Doom popping out of the darkness, do I swap him or not? That's a question the captain has to make through good knowledge. Brewmother's still being microing all those birds going around everywhere. I'm gonna just turn the fog off as we see a little bit of a push by the Sanking. Sanking's just putting up pressure here. I'm not too sure what Sanking would go next. Looks like BKB might be the item choice. Not too sure what the hell that's about, because I don't think BKB is needed. Like, who the hell? There's no magical damage. I guess he's a little bit worried about the mini suns. It's not gonna block the Impetus, for sure. I guess he wants to block the Hex. I have no clue why he's getting another sheep is being picked up this time on Scourge team. I think what Sanking should have been getting is either a Radiance, which, well, won't do that much damage this stage of the game, or he should just go a Hex. Hex, survivability wise, this gives you plus 10 strength, but the Hex also gives you plus 10 strength for the ultimate orb. I think it gives you, no it doesn't, yeah. Gives you plus 10 strength through the ultimate orb, and you don't really care about like plus 24 damage, that's not important. But the fact that Hex is another stun and another disable is far more valuable. I don't know why he's trying to protect himself. I don't think he needs to protect himself, but now we go into a stage where both teams like, hey, you farm, I farm, we all farm, let's be Chinese friends, let's be happy. That's at least what Tyloo's thinking. CCM is like, fuck. We have Aegis and we have Cheese, but we don't push because we ball it. Enchantress trying to get a Hex, not gonna get it before this game ends. My word, you have my word on that. Enchantress ridiculously stacked. Let me see how much more gold she got now. On 1200 gold, so no buyback, so gotta be very careful. Especially when they lose a team fight in front of their tower, they're gonna be dead. I'm not sure whether they bought back in the last team fight. I'll be very surprised if they didn't, because they won that team fight fairly handily. Windrunner came back and was just like doing a crazy amount of damage. Brewmother's still farming up top lane, got the butterfly, gonna go for Manta style, I suppose. Manta style not gonna be effective at all. Look at the amount of AoE, the huge amount of AoE on the Sentinel. Like, even if they pop 2 Shivas, the Mantas are gonna be half dead. So I really have no idea what the hell he's gonna go with that Yasha. Sage and Yasha would be too late in this scenario. Ooh, he just got a Bariza. Holy crap! All right, so he hurt some. He hurt some now.
Forces are under
Um, by the way, if you're wondering, let's for a moment pretend that he did not have the Breeza and he did not have Butterfly, and you're in a situation asking yourself, hey, should I go Butterfly or Breeza as my next item? If you're a Agility hero, ask yourself, do I have 400? Do I do 400 damage? If you do, Barisa is a better choice. If you don't, Butterfly is. I think it was 400 around 350 to 400. Of course, it depends on your heroes, depends on the lineup.
forces are
But there's a chart I remember reading on like Play Dota or something like that. Um, there's a nice chart where if you do less than like 300 or 400 damage, Butterfly will give you more through the attack speed and evasion and armor, all that stuff. But if you do over 400 damage or 300 damage or whatever, then the Barisa would crit you and will crit and give more. So it's I guess it's a good and clear cut way to see whether which item you should pick up. And I think I finally understood why he picked up the Yasha. Not because he wanted to upgrade it, because he just wanted extra movement speed. And I think he needs the extra movement speed. He's getting jukes hardcore. Like even the fact that he has spider webs up, he's still getting juked. Because they have Ghost Scepter, because they have Force Staff. And I don't think picking up the Yasha helps. I mean, it's gonna allow you to chase better, move faster from one point to another. But it does not ultimately solve the problem. As you see that Broodmother critting for 1k. The ultimate problem is the fact that they will kite you. And that is kind of the sad truth for every single melee hero. They will just kite you, so it's sad. It's sad, but there's nothing that a Broodmother could do. Both teams still trading through the farm. Right now, I think at this stage of the game, Broodmother is already maxed out. Like every hero really on the Scourge team is maxed out. Sure, they could go for some ultra luxury item, but unless any one of these guys, unless let's say Broodmother picks up a Rapier or Broodmother picks up a Rapier, I don't think they're gonna farm their way back in the game. Again, they have to do some kind of slick move in terms of initiation and whatnot. But I don't think Tyloo is going to allow them. You can see that, look, Shiva's AC stacking armor on that Doombringer. Doombringer is going to tank like an absolute beast. And now another Ghost Scepter being picked up by Necrolic. Force Staff also on Necrolic. Very utility based hero. I mean, I think Sand King might not be bad. Might not be bad with a Ghost Scepter as well. So, I mean, this guy could get whatever we want. Now we have two teams smoked up. You wait for me, I wait for you. Both teams trying to find someone. And wow, this is gonna absolutely stack as heck. Hex being picked up as well to add to his Aga, Force Staff, and Mecha. And they looks like we're gonna have an endgame team fight now. Who is he gonna doom? Doom the enchant? No. Sand King BKBs and oh, and that you go. I suppose what BKB allows you to do is save one post or maybe 2 extra posts, because if you use your Sand King O and blink in, you lose 1 or 2 pulses. So you see Shackle Shot on the Pugknight in the tree, but no damage being done now. I don't know what how that Broodmother is. As you see, Windrunner goes down immediately. He does have the Aegis. But you can see that all these guys are still alive. Enchantress TP's out. Windrunner gets Burrow, and that should be the game. Where the hell did Broodmother die? I think Broodmother got focused upon. Yeah, Broodmother got focused upon first thing, and that was the team fight. Yeah, they do still have Enchantress with cheese, but that's cute. Like that's not gonna do anything here. I'm not surprised at all that that Tyloo took the game so easily, because I had no foreseeable way to see that CCM was gonna make a comeback. They didn't have the hero to do it, and nor I believe they have the playstyle to do it. Because again, it seems like the Chinese, whenever they're down, they're like, okay, well let's farm our way back. Again, I might be ignorant and I don't know what they're thinking and what they're going through, but that's what all Chinese teams do, like literally. So I'm a little bit disappointed. Or maybe it's just the other Chinese team. Again, Chinese team in general are so good that when you're in a head, you're not gonna allow the other team to come back, which I suppose can be the case as well. So it's really hard to say. I'm just guessing here. Don't take my word as the word of truth. Guessing half the time here. And the Scourge team is gonna fight another tower, another fight in front of the tower. I'm also very surprised that Tyloo is so slow rolling this. They're like slow rolling hardcore. They could just walk into the base and just win. But like, you know what, let's go, guys. Oh my god. They're gonna, yeah, go for the Roche, cause why not, right? Why not? Because you can. Man, damn Chinese team. Like seriously? Are you for cereal? Yes, just skip the Roche and go. Skip the Roche. They're waiting for ult to come off, go down. Okay, no. I mean, birds are up, so I don't think Bird ult is kind of the big thing. Okay.
A player's
All right,
forces are under
finally
attack.
some action. There's a smoke of the sea being used. All right, Bird's trying to scout. They're not gonna find anything. You see, Clock Rocket is gonna scout for them. Yeah, Sentinel does know, and that they're gonna turn back. Where's the avenue of initiation? There's Enchantress coming in. Enchantress can't get Doom. There's a Hex. That's game. That's game. No BKB. Doom is gonna use. And Brewmother goes down in what? He did one attack before he died, and then you can see these Sentinel names being popped up here. Now there we go. Team fight. GG. GG. Brewmother, not caring enough. 4 for nothing. Triple kill on the Sanking. Sanking being OP right now. I still don't think BKB would have been a good choice. I mean, yeah, it worked out. It was fine. It was great. But I think Hex might have been. To be honest, it didn't really matter what item he got here. It would have been fine either case. But I don't think BKB would have been the best choice in this case. But it didn't matter. So hope you guys enjoyed this commentary. Not much to say here. I think CCM overstayed their welcome. If you get what I'm saying, they should have won this game in 35 minutes. They didn't. They didn't have the hero to go mid to late game, and they lost. That's it. Simple as that. I can't really say that like. Aside from the fact that Ferrari was microing like an absolute champ, there's not really much to learn from this game. It's as simple as, hey, Tyloo picked better heroes. They played mid game correctly. They actually got a couple kills early, which was totally surprising. But they definitely have the hero capable to do that. There was a stretch where they were really down, but because DD was able to farm up that Blink Dagger, game. So hope you guys enjoyed this game, and until next time, this is Luminous signing off. See you guys.